I'm back with the next part of our Peasant to Emperor series, and last time our kingdom started falling apart. We're at war with the Vlandians, we're at war with the Western Empire, we have rebels in our land, we just signed a peace with the Aserai. It's not looking too good for us, I won't lie. We've got ourselves in a bit of an awkward position where we have enemies on pretty much every side. But I think here is going to be the battle strategy. My counselors have once again given us words of wisdom, and they have advised that we just focus on Vlandia. Ignore the Western Empire for now. They've already launched attacks on some of our settlements, but we don't care. We're going to ignore the Empire. If the eastern side falls, that's fine. They'll just keep pushing us west, and if we keep pushing the Vlandians off the edge, we can then do a U-turn and push back on the east. That's the plan. We have to take down Vlandia. That has to be our 100% focus right now. If we can take the remaining territory belonging to Vlandia, then we never have to worry about the west again. I mean, unless like a kraken or something decides to jump out the ocean, we should be fine. There shouldn't be any more enemies on the western side. And once the west is secure, that leaves the rest of the map open for the taking. We can then slowly work towards progressing across Calradia. We will then conquer the world. But we're getting ahead of ourselves, I think. We can't talk about conquering the world if we can't even conquer Vlandia. The only problem we have right now is because we're at war with so many people and our armies are so scattered across the realm. If we take a look at the army management, there aren't many lords available. There's only 3 people, and they might be the 3 people I previously recruited who I just released after we took this settlement. So maybe we're going to have to call them back. Maybe we need to muster up the army once more and launch a counterattack on the Vlandians. We will have about 600 soldiers, so it's not a bad sized army. I don't know what kind of quality we're working with. That might be 600 recruits. But if we can summon the others, we can focus on these 2 settlements to the north and pin Vlandia on the west coast even further. I think we just have to accept at the moment that we are going to lose territory. We're not going to be able to defend every castle in the kingdom. I think this is the best situation we're going to get right now with this settlement. There are 500 defenders. We could damage the settlement further by destroying the walls and starving out the garrison, which would make the battle really easy, but I don't think we have 3 more days to waste. A lot of our territory is under attack. The longer I take, the more influence I'll be using up as well to maintain the army, so I think we may as well just launch the attack now. We've destroyed most of their siege equipment, so they only have a ballista, so let's give her a go and take down this settlement. The Vlandians have to fall today. No survivors. It looks like it's going to be a bit of a brutal fight, I won't lie. We only have the ladders. We don't have a tower or anything like that, which I probably should have built. But yeah, we didn't plan too far ahead, it seems. But we're going to try and shoot our way into this castle. Take down as many enemy soldiers as we can. I will climb up the ladders shortly, but I want to provide some cover fire for the men. If we don't assist them with getting inside, it's not going to go too well for us. And if we expect to launch another siege attack straight after this, we can't afford to take too many casualties. That's it, men. Just keep pushing forwards. Do not back down from a fight. It is either us or the Vlandians. I won't lie, there's a few more Vlandians than I was initially expecting. We need more men up the ladders. Form a shield wall, men, around the ladder. Allow our soldiers to climb inside. Protect the others. If we can secure the ladders, more and more of us can keep flooding inside the castle. You know what? Goodbye, my friend. It's always entertaining when you kick someone off the wall. We're going to have to hit them with the old Spartan kick, I think. We're just going to have to go, this is Battannia! And I just kicked the farmer to his death. Poor guy, he didn't stand a chance. We've taken heavy damage, but we're not going to back down yet. We're going to keep trying to push our way through. I don't know where they keep coming from. I know there were about 500 defenders, but surely all 500 weren't on this little section of the wall. The power bar at the top has shown that we've taken a fair bit of casualties as well. We haven't come out of this battle unharmed, sadly. The enemies have a load of crossbowmen down on the ground. They formed a firing line. So we need to... Oh, I was going to say we need to deal with that as quick as possible. But they may be killing me shortly. I don't think we're going to survive much longer. Men, you're going to have to fight without me, soldiers. I don't think I have much left in me anymore. The wars are starting to take their toll on my body. Can we survive long enough, though, to see our dream of a united Counterattack? But I think it's safe to say this battle is pretty much over. What are the Vlandians doing inside there? Do I attempt to drop? Oh, never mind. They've gone running. Well, I think the battle is pretty much over. Are you okay there, my friend? I don't know how you've managed to do this, but you've got yourself stuck in a window. Can I kind of like squeeze you out? No? I'm not really too sure what I can do to help you, pal. We lost 100 soldiers in the initial attack. Not great, I won't lie. When we only have 600 soldiers to begin with, losing 100 in the first fight isn't too good. My party, we mostly came out of it unharmed, to be honest with you. But I think it was the others who lost quite a lot of soldiers. We're gonna have to rest up for a little bit and then decide our next move. Do we have enough soldiers to instantly launch an attack on the other settlement? I'm not too sure, if I'm completely honest with you. I don't know what's over there. There could be a lot, there could be barely anything. I have no idea. One of the armies, though, is traveling over to us. I don't know why. I don't know what they're up to. We can vote for the new owner of the settlement we just took. And it's not going to go to us anymore. They have finally given us too much land and no one wants to share. I mean, I don't blame them, to be honest with you. They gave me like 8 castles in a row. They were treating us well. But it is nice to see some of the other lords be rewarded for their efforts as well. There are nearly 800 defenders in this settlement. If we try starving them out, we can starve the garrison of 350, which will knock about almost half their numbers down. But even then, it's still going to be a brutal siege. And to starve the garrison, we have to wait 9 days on top of that. I don't know if we're going to be able to pull it off. We won't just have to wait the 9 days for them to starve, because it'll also take a day or two on top of that for them to actually starve. So we'd have to siege this settlement for about 11 days straight. But I don't know if we can afford to do that. With our land under attack by enemies, I don't know if we can. We're currently attempting to retake one of our lost castles. The Empire did steal one of our settlements. They're trying to steal a castle from us now. So I don't really know what we can do. I mean, ideally, if we can take this, it'd be great progress in the Vlandian war. We would have pinned them down to 2 castles, 2 settlements, or potentially just 2 settlements and 1 castle. Well, that's thrown a spanner in the works. Everything we had just planned and everything we were going to do has been put on hold. We are now going to sign peace with the Vlandians. The war has come to an end. So I have disbanded the army for now. We're no longer going to need the other lords since our plan to take this settlement has been put on hold. We did manage to take this castle from the Vlandians before we signed the peace treaty, which means Vlandia only has 3 towns and 1 castle. So next time we go to war with them, we should be able to muster up a massive army and just sweep their remaining territory. We shouldn't have any more issues going forward with Vlandia at least. Weirdly though, if we take a look at Vlandia as a kingdom, the amount of clans they have in their kingdom is way greater than the amount of land that they have. If only we could convince some of them to jump ship, join the Battanians, and we could create a mighty empire. But instead, we're going to leave them there for now. We're going to have to march back into the homeland, do a bit of recruiting, and head on over to see what the Empire are up to. They've taken 1 castle from us, they've taken 1 town, they're about to take another castle unless these 2 armies take them down. I don't know what's going on over here. But we're going to have to start launching some counterattacks on the Western Empire, I think. They don't have much land. This is all of their territory that you can see right now. And if we can start chipping away at that, that'll be great. Hopefully then maybe another kingdom could finish them off or something. And that'll be one of the kingdoms in the game gone. I've managed to track down one of the Empire Lords. He's a leader of his clan. But if we take a look, his clan is shocking. They have 1 castle and it's the castle they recently took from us. He's a poor clan, there's not many of them, but if we can convince him to join the Battanians instead of the Empire, that will be great. My only issue is, I'm not a very convincing person. We don't specialize in convincing others. We specialize in killing. Have we already failed? Oh man. Alright, here we go. We need 4 points to try and convince him. There's a 90% chance of this one, so that's gotta succeed, surely. There we go. 100% on that one, we'll take that. 70%, well, they're all 71, so I guess we'll just accept wherever one. But I don't know if we've run out of options now, though. Damn you. Damn you, man. Alright, well, if you won't join us, die instead. He asks if there's any way to avoid this war, as if I didn't just ask him to join our kingdom. If you agreed to join us, well of course I wouldn't have attacked you. He doesn't have that many soldiers, and I don't think they're of a high quality anyway, so this should be a quick easy win for us. This is your punishment, my friend, for turning down my offer. I gave you a chance to come out of this alive. I gave you the chance of a better life. But no. Instead, we must take you down. Kill your army. Kill your people. And then, just to make things worse, I'm gonna take your castle. I will leave you as a landless clan. You brought this upon yourself, my friend. They have the high ground, but not even the high ground will save them. Maybe the high ground will save them, because I'm not hitting a damn thing. There we go. We got one of the enemies, eh? I assume the one on the horse is the lord that we're after. I'm gonna make sure he doesn't flee from the battlefield. Well, I'm going to attempt to make sure he doesn't flee. There we go. And now he shall be my prisoner. If we keep him prisoner long enough, he can watch in shackles as we take his castle from him. We are done being the nice guy. I warned the Lord that this day would come. We were just attacking this castle on our own since there weren't that many defenders, so I didn't think we'd need backup. But an army of 300 marched over, took command of the siege, and has now launched the attack. So there are nearly 500 of us against the 100 enemies. We have a ram, we have a tower, we don't have any catapults or trebuchets, but they do have 3 catapults. But with how few men there are inside this castle, I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue, to be honest with you. As long as we keep thinning their numbers well, we should be fine. By the time we're done, there won't be enough of them to even man the catapults. We can't really afford to hang around though. But there is also nothing I can do to really speed this up either. It's not as if I can go Hulk mode or something and make that tower even quicker. We may be good, but we're not that good, eh? I imagine we're probably going to eliminate majority of the enemy archers before we even get inside. Since there's only 120 of them, maybe half of those are archers. I doubt much more than that. Alright lads, genuine question. Did we really need a tower for this? I honestly reckon I could just walk up and climb in myself. I don't think we needed a tower. The tower might have been a bit excessive. But we're going to be at the front anyway. We're going to lower the gate and attack! I said attack, men! Where are the damn Battanians? My men, they've left me attack the castle on my own. Better late than never, I suppose. But I think we're pretty much done here. Now that we're inside, it's just cleanup time. The ram hasn't even breached the front gate yet, and we're already inside. Maybe I can just open the gate for the men. You don't need to smash it down, lads. Come on in. We have a castle to take. And this is what happens when you turn down my offer of joining my kingdom. It looks like the Battanian fighting spirit has not been crushed yet. We managed to take the castle with support from our allies, and it looks like the other armies are going to retake the settlement we lost. So all the progress that the Western Empire have made, we're about to undo. We do have additional rebels now though. 2 Vlandian settlements have risen against us, so when we have some free time, we are going to have to crush them. We can't allow rebels in our kingdom. It may inspire others across the kingdom to rebel against us, and that's not good. We have to crush them and show them that you cannot stand against the might of Battannia. But as for the war with the Western Empire, I'm wondering if a decent strategy is to launch an attack myself like I did with this castle and hope that the AI show up to assist me. It's a bit of a risky move. It does mean I don't have to spend influence on making my own army, but also it does mean if no one shows up, we're putting ourselves in danger. If an enemy army arrives to stop me from sieging a city, it's not gonna go well because I'll be on my own and we'll have to somehow defeat them. If we take a look at army management right now, there is nothing. There's 2 lords and neither one of them even have 100 soldiers. The 2 of them combined have less than me. But ideally, this settlement here on the northern part of the Western Empire would be the best move. If we can take this one and keep pushing them further down, that would be great. Otherwise, the weakest one to go for will be their castle in the bottom left. Hold on a minute, our battle plans are going to have to be put on hold. We have found an enemy army of 350 soldiers. They're on the move. I don't know where they're going. Well, actually, that's a lie. It tells me right there where they're going. They're going to that castle. Ah, well, we do know where they're going. Can we intercept them in time, though? We do have the army with 250. So if we combine forces, we should be able to take them down. I just need to time it right so I don't accidentally attack them alone. And we've made our move. There are only 4 enemy lords, so it's not exactly a big army. But if we can take them down and lock them up, it will make the war a little bit easier. And there's the Empire army across the field from us. We're trying our best to catch up with our teammates. I'm pretty sure my athletics skill is about 250 and I still can't keep up with them. Although it doesn't help that I'm probably wearing twice my body weight in chainmail. Alright, archers, line up ahead, face the enemy, do a loose formation, infantry, follow me. Also face the enemy that way, and we're gonna make our move. I'm getting better at this commanding stuff. Did you see me nail those commands? There's a lot of enemies in front of us right now, I won't lie, it's a little bit intimidating. But with the infantry, I said with the infantry lads, come on. We may have to go into battle without them. Okay, you know what? Infantry, just arrive when you arrive. I'm gonna go in without you guys. I can't afford to hang around at the speed they're moving. Our allies will be dead by the time my army arrives on the battlefield. I don't even know who I'm swinging at anymore. Friend or foe, everyone will meet the end of my blade. I'm hesitating to shoot the bow because I don't want to shoot any teammates. I don't know where that guy thinks he's going. No one flees the battlefield alive. Okay, maybe that guy will. But he may be the only one. We'll leave one live so he can tell the tale of what happened here this day. The absolute massacre that just took place. So if we take a current look at the map, this is what we're dealing with right now. We haven't really made much progress against the Western Empire. We have only pretty much retaken our territory. But that being said, I didn't realize until I took a look at the diplomacy tab, we have 30 enemy lords locked up. Well, 28. But looking at the enemy's total strength, they only have 3,000 strength. And most of that will be inside garrisons and stuff, so they're not really going to be able to accomplish much. I think we've got them on the ropes. I don't think they're going to be able to build an army or two. If anything, it'll be like the one we just took down where there's only like 350 soldiers. So maybe now is the best time to strike. Maybe we can actually defeat them, assuming no one else declares war on us. I just don't like the idea that the Northern Empire, who are quite strong, are not at war with anyone right now. Sturgia, I believe, is at peace as well, so they could strike a counterattack on us. Vlandia, I think we're safe from them for a little while. I don't see them starting another war so soon. The Aserai, they are paying us a lot of gold, so they may start a war sooner than later. Although looking at their existing strength rank, and looking at the fact that they're at war with the Khazai, it's unlikely. For as for the others, I reckon there's a few wars that could suddenly pop up out of nowhere. So what do we do? What should the battle strategy be? How do we launch our attack on the Western Empire? Do we launch our attack on the Western Empire? Or do we just focus on taking down their lords, protecting our land, and rebuilding our strength, ready for another faction that might be of more use to us? For example, Sturger is on our border. Would it be better use of our time to kill them? Or do we crush the rebels? I don't know. If you have any suggestions on what we should do, what the battle plan should be going forward, you are my loyal counselors after all, and we do listen to your wise advice. But as always, a big thank you to the channel members for your continued support. And if you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, and until next time, see ya.